Hey you guys, thanks for tuning in with Coach Kids at Majestic Life Solutions. So I'm gonna watch this came across my For You page. For you. No, it's fine. So we're gonna watch this video together. Cause I don't know, this is why I say a lot of things that let me put it on here. Oh, I gotta plug this up. We're gonna watch it together. It's gonna play today. My camera might mess up. If my camera mess up, and I'm gonna start it all the way over. Okay. Start it all the way over. We're gonna watch this video because that's why I tell you that I don't believe all this stuff. I don't know what's going on in this world. Watch my camera messed up. Oh, what it did? Damn, my camera didn't mess up. Okay, so we're gonna watch this video together because I want to watch it with you guys because I don't know what's true, what's not, because I don't know nothing about no celebrity problems and all that stuff. I don't be getting into that, like if it is what it is. Okay, so it says, well, we'll look at it together, okay? Like celebrities, I just tell you this, you know, like watch what you guys do or whatever it is. I don't know. Like I don't understand like what. So this right here. So Beyonce supposed to be Beyonce arrested for Beyonce arrested by I guess it's New York Police Department for Kathy White. So we just gonna watch it together because I don't believe in none of this stuff. Like people be putting on YouTube, like I don't know if it's false or if it's true or what. I don't know, but we're gonna watch it together. We're gonna see what it do. That I could have known. I'll just watch it. My computer.
What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can.
Me know. Do y'all actually think that Diddy gave Keefy D this money? He told on himself. He told on himself since the beginning. But we know for a fact that as soon as Keefy D released that tell-all book, that
Okay, so this is what I want to say. Where did he be getting this information from? Because I don't know how to get all that information. Like they be getting some information. Do you understand what I'm saying? They be getting some information. I don't know where they get it from, but and then I got some else to share it with you guys too.
that's when it all came out. Red Kanan kept saying these cases is connected. The BIG case and the Tupac case. Who y'all rocking with? Which side y'all rocking with? The East Coast or the West Coast? Let me know where y'all from down in the comment section. I would like to send my condolences out to Tupac, number one. We getting justice for Tupac. We getting justice for Cassie. Now back to the court hearing. I was kind of surprised how Cassie's husband walked inside of the court. He looked at Diddy. Diddy looked at him. Diddy already know who he is. They got the same amount of money. They at the same level in statute. Diddy looked at dude. Dude shook his head. Dude know he going down. Regardless of what's going on, Diddy looked behind his back. He looked at his family. His family couldn't do nothing but put their head down. Diddy cooked. Like, regardless of what's going on, it's been so many years of these freak offs. He had too many people in these rooms. Like, a lot of people saw what he did to Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber wasn't even 21 yet when you gave him them false dreams and them false hopes that he was going to be a certain type of star. I want y'all to know Diddy made this promise to a lot of people. The LAPD, they've been watching Diddy for a long time. TD Jakes was trying to show them some love. He was trying to help them since the beginning. But they dragged TD Jakes down in this mess with them. I want y'all to know TD Jakes, he exposed it all. He said that Young Miami not a bad person. All she was doing was helping Diddy. She was getting inside of the black Sprinter van. She'd drive it to the airport, hop on a private jet with the mule. She'll be scratching off everything off the list, all the shipments. Next thing you know, her and the mule, they'll instantly go to different states, drop off stuff, and then take the money back to Diddy. Now, Diddy, he had too much money to even be committing such crimes and such acts. Like you selling drugs, you supposed to be a music mogul. You supposed to be a mogul. Like at the end of the day, regardless of what's going on, too many people lost their lives behind this. And you out here trying to sell drugs. You trying to put people's lives in jeopardy. You trying to put people's lives in harm's way. I want y'all to watch the people you keep around y'all, and I want y'all to understand. Diddy, he thought that he was gonna get away with it, but the defense, they don't know what to do now. They running all over the place. Everybody know for a fact Suge Knight still locked up right now. Keefy D still locked up. Al B. Sure is over with. Kid Cudi is over with. Cassie, her stuff backfired, but at the end of the day, the defense, they keep trying to cross-examine her and catch her up in a lie about what they used to do behind closed doors. Now, that's just the beginning. That's the surface level of it. We still got 8 weeks to go. We got 8 weeks of footage. We got 8 weeks of trial that everybody is going to see what really went down inside of those freak offs. They already said the people who was outside in the backyard by that 50-foot bed, a lot of people said Rihanna stopped going to the parties like 4 years ago when Diddy tried to make her do the same stuff he was trying to do to Cassie. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you're a fan of Kim Porter. Let me know if you're a fan of Tupac. Don't let them sit there and sing y'all off and make y'all think that Diddy is about to get out of jail. Diddy did so much stuff all the way from Tupac all the way down to Cassie. Kim Porter lost her life due to her baby daddy, all because he was jealous and he was mad and he was overpowering and over controlling. Now, the dude that was walking outside of Kim Porter's driveway, that was the same dude who they said that had on a black mask with the black hoodie on, who left out of her place right after the incident happened. Now, I want y'all to understand, the judge, he brought up every single thing because Diddy, he knew exactly what you have.
Death is one
That's
of the
a
most
long.
misunderstood aspects
Oh,
of life.
I'm fast
When we
forward.
say death,
How to be in these rooms with these. I want y'all to know the feds don't play no games. When the feds kick in, they come and round up everybody. They come get every single last person who has something to do with whatever crime that has been committed. Now, I want y'all to know, when we went into the courtroom, they said that Diddy, he had this look of shame in his face. The judge is ready to get these testimonies over with. He's trying to figure out when is they going to be done testifying because the process needs to hurry up and kick on. Gene Deal said he willing to take the stand regardless of what's going on. He ran for Kim Porter. I want y'all to drop the RIP Kim Porter's down on the yacht. He got mad at Kim Porter for whatever reason. They start the fight. Next thing you know, Kim Porter, she made.
So I haven't heard nothing about Beyonce. Have you? I haven't. I just heard Kim Porter. I heard Diddy. I heard this, but this don't. That's why I say I don't be.
Made a police report and she now we knew that Suge Knight dog, you guys. It's a sad situation, but a lot of things happen like this time after time. We have to go racketeering.
Where's Beyonce at in there? I didn't hear nothing about Beyonce. That's why I say I don't believe none of this stuff. This stuff be crazy. I don't know. Listen, that whole thing said Beyonce arrested by New York police department. He talking about something else. That's why I say people I don't know, people be talking us out their neck. people be talking us out their neck. I don't know. Listen. The baby says Beyonce ran from Diddy Party out. Okay. So this what I want to talk about also. Cause I don't know nothing about all this. Look. Listen. Okay, we're gonna play this. Hold on.
Meet Suvi 3.0 Plus, the latest all-in-one kitchen robot, now with air fry.
What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from Dawson Speak TV and D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the videos on this channel. Much love to those who support this channel by donating. I appreciate it. All that information is in the description box underneath the video. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. All right, thanks for clicking on the video. Now, this video is for educational purposes, and as I approach this topic with respect, I want you all to please be respectful in my comment section. Thanks. Now, before I get into this story, I want to say that Dawson Speaks TV does not discriminate on the basis of race, color, religion, gender expression, age, national origin, disability, marital status, sexual orientation, military status, or political affiliation. Now, for many of my subscribers who've been rocking with me for years, you all know that about 7 years ago, I believe when it was, I did a video on Pastor Eric Redden, who is a pastor in Miami Gardens, Florida. Back then, there were people in the community who went to the local news station and they said that Pastor Eric Redden had allegedly lied to them and scammed them. And then there was the story that's currently in court now of Mr. Edward Fuller, who is a 76-year-old who was building a home that he eventually wanted to leave to his daughters once he made his transition. Now, prosecutors allege that Pastor Eric Redden defrauded the 76-year-old man, Mr. Edward Fuller, out of his home and more than $267,000. And that's a separate case that's going on in Miami-Dade. Pastor Eric Redden, who's already facing serious criminal charges in both Miami-Dade and Broward counties, was recently arrested in Pembroke Pines after authorities say that he was found in possession of a stolen Range Rover. Now, according to court records, Raymond Motors on Biscayne Boulevard in Miami, Florida, reported the vehicle stolen after Pastor Eric Redden allegedly used fraudulent wire transfer documents to obtain it. Sources told WLPG local news that the wire transfer papers were either fake or invalid. And when confronted and asked to return the SUV, prosecutors say that Pastor Eric Redden promised to bring the Range Rover back. However, he never did. Now, the assistant state attorney, Susan Hugentuck.
So let me tell you this is what I get out every day, all day. Pastors. Here we go, Pastor. So you think people get tired of hearing mess that goes on in the church? Kansas City minister gets life. Freaks in the church.
What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will,
Freaks
all of that information is in the description box below. Also, go over to my other YouTube.
Healing is one of the things that God has called me to, and so I just want to spend just a few minutes with you in prayer concerning healing. I'm on my way to work, but I'm definitely going to pray today. So come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. We're going to pray today because I believe God is going to heal you today. Because you have to make a conscious decision that you will be healed, and today is your day. I believe that today is your day for healing. So I'm going to pray. So as you come on in, invite someone, and we're going to pray. I'm not going to delay the time. Give me just a moment. I'll set you there. And we're praying.
Now, I wanted you all to see that clip. That is Robert Lee Harris Jr. I wanted you all to see that clip because every day on social media, several times a day, we have people who are doing exactly what he did in that video. He wants to pray for the healing of others on social media, but he is the one that needs healing. You all be careful out there. When you're tuning into people's lives, all these people who want to prophesy to you, be careful. He's up here going live, talking about it's been placed on his heart to pray for healing for others. Nobody, you needed a healing when you were married to Tanisha. And maybe you wouldn't be doing life in prison now. Let me get into this story. A church elder in Kansas City, Missouri, was sentenced Thursday to life in prison for killing his wife, who was an associate pastor. Pastor Robert Lee Harris's sentencing comes after he was found guilty in August of first-degree murder in the death of his wife, 38-year-old Tanisha Harris. Now, you all remember this story when the police went to the couple's apartment in the suburbs of Overland Park, Kansas, on January the 8th, 2018, to investigate a report of a domestic disturbance. It was then when officers found Elder Robert Lee Harris alone in the apartments and left. They returned when he reported his wife missing. Her body was later found in a field in Raymore, Missouri. You heard me right. The church elder, Elder Robert Lee Harris, murdered his wife and placed her body in a field in Raymore, Missouri. The couple, married just 18 months, only 18 months at the time of the killing, were active in Repairs Kansas City Church, a non-denominational church that changed its name later after the killing to Church at the Well, or as I like to call it, Church at the Well, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, because that church has a lot of secrets. And that's what I'm going to get into. These church secrets that people don't want to talk about. I can hear somebody now saying, uh-oh, here come Dawson. Y'all know what time it is. That's why you tuned in. Now, when I first started covering this case, there were a lot of people who were saying Robert killed Tanisha because of his, attraction to men. He was trying to get her out of the way. And there were people saying, it's because he owed people money, or it was something, it was a deal gone bad, or they even said it was about drugs. But this came up also about people in the church living double lives, or people in the church who say that they're ex-gay and now they want to marry a heterosexual woman or a heterosexual man, and they tell them, forget about my past. It's washed away. Don't worry about what I did. And I'm here to tell you, you need to worry about the person you're marrying's past. Yes, you do. I don't care what it is. I don't care what he or she say they deliver from, because what's in their past can't come into their future. All of this stuff came up, and you all remember at the preliminary trial, several people gave testimony, including a young man who testified that he was involved in a relationship, a romantic relationship with Robert Lee Harris. And he also said he was a friend to his wife, Tanisha. And that was this young man right here, Stephen. And you all know Stephen did that viral video, and you all can find it on my channel and others' channel, where he was saying that a lot of men in the church were inappropriate with Robert, and they all wanted Robert in the church because Robert was well endowed. This is what church people are doing. This is going on in the Lord's church. This is going on in the Lord's church. And y'all will get mad at the vloggers for bringing this stuff out when people have no respect for God, no respect for the house of the Lord or the church building. I've done stories where people have had sex in the pastor's office, some of the pastors, with other people, with underage people. Some of them basically having orgies in the choir room. And then y'all steady telling people, y'all need to come to the church, come to visit our church. We have loads and loads of love to give. Yeah, right. You got loads and loads of lube in the pastor's desk. What, this going to be a slip and slide praise break? I'm serious. Slip and slide ministries. Come one, come all. The pastor gonna take you in the office and make you drop your drawers. Oh, these people are a bunch of freaks. A bunch of freaks in the Lord's church. Let me go on. Now, during this case, there were a lot of people who knew Robert and Tanisha, and I know that Stephen was one of them in the video, who said that Tanisha knew that Robert liked men, or that Robert was, struggling, as you all like to say, with his sexuality, or ex-gay. And when I was doing my videos on this, a lot of people got mad with me because I said I don't believe in the ex-gay ministry. Take a breath. People got mad with me because I said I believe that people can suppress their sexual desires. Anyone can do that and not choose to have sex. But your attractions are what they are. And that's why I'm not on the bandwagon with a lot of these people and churches that are pushing men and women who are ex-gay, ex-lesbian to marry someone heterosexual. Because many of you have seen it. I have seen it growing up in church. Most of those situations don't end well. And if we want to go further back in the 90s, when people were leaving here, watch it, Dawson, the church ain't ready to talk about this. I know, that's why we got YouTube. Look, in the 90s, when a lot of these women in the church were contracting incurable sexually transmitted diseases, and some of them died because of that, because many of the men in the church, nobody don't want to talk about this, a lot of these men were cheating, a lot of them had double lives, a lot of them were lying about who they were, and we lost some of our aunts, some of our cousins and sisters and mothers. Tell me, am I lying? Not only that, we lost some of our brothers, cousins, and nephews and fathers because of that double life too. Well, Dawson, there are people in the church who are just open. They bisexual. They don't mind. And I know that. I know that the people are. There are men and women who are. They don't mind that. And that's them. I'm not naive to that. But I know that there are people in the church, sisters, who have been told by traveling evangelists and first ladies and pastors, well, you know, Brother Bostic not living that lifestyle no more. He ain't been in that lifestyle in 2 years. The Lord been holding on to him for 2 years. You can give him a chance and go marry him. Hell no. 2 years is like 2 months when it comes to that. You better not marry him. In the videos I've done in the past on Robert and Tanisha Harris's case, many of you all get down in the comments and say, oh, Tanisha had to know. Look at Robert. He looks this way. He looks suspect. He looks like this. Oh, anybody could tell that, a blind man. You all say all of those comments. But listen to what thinking people are saying. You are telling these men and women to come to church and that they're ex-gay and they're ex-lesbian. They are in those churches. Eventually, people in the church push you to get married. So to make you all...
That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens when you want to tend to either be gay and then you want to switch over and say, oh, I'm not gay no more. And you 2 months and you want to get married to a woman. And you know you're still gay. So you got delivered that fast. My opinion, just my opinion on it, period. I know I was born gay. So I'm not supposed to tend and play with no woman that I want to be with you. I want to have a baby by you. I want to do this with you. It's not going to happen. That's why I be my authentic self. I know who I am. That's why a lot of men today need to start understanding who they are. And a lot of things that's going on in the church right now, and you're having sex at church, you're not being your authentic self. If you gay, you're gay. If you lesbian, you're lesbian. You have to become who you are. I know who I am. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a pastor. I have a one-on-one relationship with God. It's a difference. I have a relationship with God. It's a difference. So I watch these videos to just see basically just what's going on in the churches and how things goes on, and just think about you're not, a lot of them just say this for real and just straight up. You're not leading them into faith. You're not leading them into being believers again. You're leading them into their underclothes. You want to see what's underneath and inside those drawers, those undergarments. A leader is to actually lead somebody in faith, knowing that God is real, not to get them out their undergarments, not to explore your sexuality in the church. Not to say, okay, well, this, or if you got a pastor and he say, oh, that little gay boy right there, I want to screw him in the back. That's not what the church is for. First lady probably sitting up there on the pulpit. First lady probably sitting up there on the pulpit, but you want to take this young gentleman in the back and screw him. I talk big facts on here. If you don't like it, then you don't have to watch it. But it's the truth. And then you take this little gentleman in the back and you get him out his undergarments and you screw him. Do you know about him? Just because he come to your church, do you know about him? But then you go home and you screw your wife, and your wife end up with a disease or something. Watch what you do in the world. Watch what you do. If you know that you're gay, you gay. If you know you want to flibble around, you want to be at the mosey wosey with a gay person, whatever you want to do. But always remember if your DL, whatever it is, however it is, whatever goes on in the dark will eventually come to the light, child. Always remember that. Anything that goes on in the dark will eventually come to the light. So you can hide behind closed doors. You can hide at the mosey wosey. But God will make sure that he shows either your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever it is that you DL. God works in mysterious ways. Or however it comes out, you're going to always be exposed. So don't never think that you're doing something behind closed doors, because those closed doors can always eventually always can come open. They always will come open, and everything's out in the open. So watch what you do on this earthly land. Watch what you do. And that's just like the same thing as in these freak offs. And I'm gonna say it once again, at these freak offs. So everybody up in there having mosey wosey sex, whatever you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. But listen to me, and listen to me clearly. Is this somebody in the other room giving out free HIV tests before y'all drop y'all drawers? Is it somebody out there? Is it somebody giving out herpes testing of anybody when y'all do these free calls? Is it somebody there doing that? No, you just flop in the bed and you pull your undergarments down and you're free. That's what you do. Watch what you do. And then you have other people, other people suffering because of your behavior. Your behavior is stupid. Watch what you do in this world. That's why I'm big on changing mindset, because your mindset is stupid. You don't have no sense. Then come over here thinking I don't have no sense. No, y'all don't have no sense. You're just about dumb as shit. And a lot of people don't like to address a lot of things that goes on in this world because what? They famous or they have authority. You don't have authority over shit. You have authority over your mouth, because God is the creator of this this universe, this whole world. You have authority over your mouth. See, a lot of people let their ass overload their mouth. Need to get your act together. Change your mindset on certain things that you do in this world, because things wouldn't happen like that. You want to be so-called gay today and then so-called straight tomorrow. Where that come from? Out your ass crack. That's where that come from. Out your ass. Because you pull it out your ass. And it don't make no sense. And it's just not for gay people either. Straight people. Like that old famous girl walking around here giving that shit away. You think that shit cute? Do you think that shit cute? Y'all better watch what you do. Watch what you do. And if you know that you're going to be having sex, what's wrong with condoms? I heard people say it don't feel right. What's wrong with condoms? Because a lot of people just like the raw dog and just think everybody, everybody that you just go in, just I can just raw dog. You can't just raw dog everybody. What's wrong with y'all? I think half of some of these people in this world today is about some stupid motherfuckers. I really do. I think a lot of people is just stupid. And a lot of people like, oh, especially these supposed to be DLs. Well, yeah, well, if I take it in the butt, then I ain't gonna catch none. You a damn lie. You a damn lie. Where do you think I got mine from? I caught it in the butt.